Hi everyone, welcome to the monthly Birthstone Jewelry Collab Challenge hosted by Pretties Jewelry. Hashtag Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge. I did not participate in January because I just found out about it in January, but I asked if I could join starting in February, which is now, and we post on the 15th of each month. And thank you for letting me join. I greatly appreciate it. So each month there's a color, which is Amethyst. Now I am trying to use the actual gemstones if I have them. I did use real amethyst beads. I actually wanted to use rose gold, so I went digging, but I couldn't find any feather or bird things in rose gold. So I have some in antique copper, but it didn't say that. And also the things I found were more geared towards a necklace. So I might be making a necklace soon with rose gold or antique copper, actually, having to do with feathers and birds. But this month, it was bracelet. So anyway, I use silver because I have lots of bird stuff. I did do all the challenge things. Let me show you what I used. First, I had these I had the light chips too, but these are called chip beads, but they're larger sized and they're a nice dark amethyst. They're amethyst. These I got from jewel school a long time ago, 2013. It's labeled on the bag. And I did use these very pale amethyst center drilled. They're calling them small nuggets, but they're almost like a potato shape, I guess, and they're round. I did find one that was broken in half and it was broken, not just flat, on the strand. But some of them are light amethyst and the rest of them are almost clear, but I used them because I wanted like an organic feel to it, right? More organic. Oops. Feel. These were from jewelrymaker.com in 2015. And then I did use a little bit of, on the second bracelet, I used a little bit of soft flex beading wire in purple amethyst out of a kit I have. I had two bird charms from Fusion Beads from a long time ago, but they were 17 millimeter. One is facing downward and one is facing upward, but they're charms. I used both of them. I had 5 feather charms, or actually they're links from Bead Gallery, left out of 10 pieces. I guess I used some before. Silver plated feathers. It doesn't have the size on them. I'll show them to you when I get there. I had about 12 more 6 millimeter round amethyst stone beads on this strand from Bead Gallery. I used those in the second bracelet. And I have these. This is what I used for the first bracelet. These links from Bargain Bead Box. Nope, Bead Box Bargains. And guess what? They're birds on a branch, right? So I used one of those in the first bracelet. Still have 2 left out of 4 that I had gotten. I used a bolt clasp on the first bracelet. These were all spilled out in my clasp shoebox. I don't really care for these that much. They're pretty small, but it worked for what I needed this time. They're like a lobster claw, but they're round, and they're from jewelrymaker.com. They're called a bolt ring clasp. They're just open like a lobster clasp, but they're 6 millimeter round, silver plated. And on the second bracelet, oh, here's the feathers links from Michael's that were on these. There's a hole in the top and the bottom. And but these jump rings are garbage. They're really thin. They go through really well, but they bend out of shape really easy. And then on the second bracelet, I used a toggle. And I couldn't find one with a bird on, so I used this one with swirls from Bead Box Bargains. And, it was a pack of, I don't know, a couple sets, 5 sets. And I still have the other 4. So that was, I don't know how long ago, probably 2 years ago. All right, let me just show you the pieces. On the first one, I actually used purple colored wire. I don't know if you can see it here. And I was going to do a hook and eye clasp, but it made the bracelet, like make my own hook right on the end of the wire, but it made the bracelet too long. So I cut it off and just did a wire wrap loop, hooked it on to the bolt ring, actually to a jump ring that came with the bolt ring clasp. And then I used 18 gauge 8x6 millimeter oval jump rings on the ends of here. So you can be like, I can get this on like a bangle, but if you can't, it has that bolt ring there that you can open it. It's a little big on me. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and this will fit a 7 to 7.5 inch wrist, depending on how you like to wear it. So that's, oh, that light's too glary. That's how it looks on. Or if you didn't like the birds, you could flip it over and just wear that. But that's how it's meant to be worn. And I'm not even going to try to get that bolt ring open on screen because I have a little bit of arthritis in my hands and it's kind of hard for me to do that. Alright, so let me put that one aside. That's the first one. So basically, I just used purple wire to make it a little stiffer and not, you know, not, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, these are the purple chip beads, and then these are the light purple amethyst. They're all amethyst. Pebbles, they call them. Alright, second one is a strung bracelet. I'll lay it out here first, and then I'll show it to you. Now this one also is like 7 to 7.5. It's strung on the soft flex. And these feathers from Michaels, I took the rings off the top and threaded the feathers through the beading wire directly. And originally I was going to have these sticks on either side of the feathers, but it left too much of a gap in the soft flex wire showing. I mean, there's still some showing, but that's when I pulled out the 6 millimeter rounds, and I had just enough for 2 on either side of the feathers, and then at the end here I used 2 on either side of the pebble. So I mostly did the chips on either side of the pebble or nugget or whatever they call it, and then the rounds on either side of the feathers. I have 4 feathers. Here's the last one, which I'm probably going to make a bead charm or something, because I have some, you know, beads or birds that don't really go with anything. So then I used one of the 8x6 millimeter sturdy oval jump rings, and then I have 6x4 millimeter little 18 gauge ovals, and I use them on the birds. These are the vintage birds, one upward, one downward. And here's the clasp. I did use wire guardians. I did not use crimp covers. I really don't like crimp covers. They don't like me. And if I finish the crimps off nicely, I don't feel like I need it. So I would wear this with the birds hanging down on your hand. And yeah, just has the feathers part way, but not back at the clasp. And I could also make a charm back here on this side, but I really don't want to. I don't know, just don't. And that would make an odd number of feathers, which might be a good idea. But that's my second bracelet that I made for this challenge. So thank you so much for letting me join in. I was going to use the amethyst in the bargain bead box this month, but I decided not to. I'll make other things with that. Anyway, those are my makes for this month. I did the bracelets. I wanted to do another one, but I have to move on. I have so many projects to do this month that I'm behind on, as usual. So I need to get started on other things. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and please do go check out Pirates Pretties, and if you put in the hashtag that'll be below the video or in the description, also Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge, you should be able to find other people that are participating on the 15th. There's no set time, so we can be posting throughout the day. I'm probably going to have this up early in the morning just to put it out there. All right, thanks so much. Bye for now.